A petite college student vanishes in the dead of night. A shocking discovery leads to an unlikely break in our number 7 story. The disappearance of Brianna Dennison.
She was young, beautiful brunette, a thin, very beautiful face, charming, lots of friends, someone who was really well liked.
In 2007, Brianna Dennison enrolled at Santa Barbara City College as a psychology major. Brianna studied hard, but she also liked to have a good time. In January of 2008, the freshman went back home to Reno, Nevada for winter break.
Brianna's a college kid. Like many college kids, she goes out partying with her friends. 4:30 or so in the morning, they crash. She crashes at a friend's house on the couch.
According to court documents, the next morning, Brianna's friend awoke and found no sign of Brianna.
I noticed blood on the pillow, so we called the cops, and from there it's just been the nightmare.
Brianna's shoes, keys, and purse were still next to the couch.
When they call the police don't see any forcible signs of entry. It's kind of a bizarre disappearance. It's as if she's just gone poof off the couch.
The following day, authorities launched an official search.
It was huge. Everybody in Reno was on top of the story, the whole community, wearing ribbons, going out, searching for her, everybody really trying to find her.
Investigators from the FBI were brought in, along with experts from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. There was panic in the community. Some feared there might be a link to other recent crimes.
There have been 2 other attacks on or near campus at this time, and so the police become very worried that they have a sexual serial predator on their hands. Because of those 2 other attacks, they're able to pull together a composite sketch.
On January 31st, 2008, 11 days after Brianna disappeared, police reports allege that DNA collected from her friend's apartment matched that of the suspect in the other abduction cases.
We're probably looking for an individual that blends in very well in this community. He's not a monster that you would think would be walking down the street that you'd be able to point your finger at and say, that's the guy right there.
On February 15th, almost a month after Brianna vanished, searchers made a gruesome discovery in South Reno.
Brianna's body was found in a half-melted snowbank. The searchers had come out in force. There had been over 1,700 people who had responded to the call to help search for Brianna. Sadly, the search ended, like it so often does in cases like this, with the discovery of a body and not a girl.
The medical examiner concluded that Brianna was strangled. As the search for the killer pressed on, police records mentioned one particularly intriguing clue.
At the site where Brianna's body had been dumped, there was a pair of underwear left at the scene, sort of like a taunting calling card from the killer.
It has some of the suspect's DNA on it, and also an unknown female's DNA. Brianna's DNA is not on this item.
They determined that that wasn't Brianna's underwear, but it obviously arose suspicion. Who did it belong to?
For 9 months, there were no solid leads. According to court papers, an anonymous tip led police to a woman who lived close to the location where police found Brianna's body.
She remembered there were some mysterious women's underwear found in her boyfriend's car, and that didn't sit well with her.
The woman's boyfriend was 27-year-old pipe fitter James Bila. Police interviewed Bila and asked for a DNA sample. Legally, Bila was not required to cooperate. Police reports state he refused.
You cannot be forced to give a DNA sample unless they have probable cause to take it. They didn't have it here, a couple of sketches, that's not enough.
The police approached Biela's girlfriend and asked if she would help to obtain a DNA sample. And they didn't have to look far because she and Biela had a child together. And incredibly, she agreed to submit her own child for DNA testing.
According to police, the results of the test gave officials probable cause to get a sample from Bila. On November 26, 2008, James Bila was charged with the rape and murder of Brianna Dennison. He was later charged with sexually assaulting 2 other Reno area college students. Bila pled not guilty to all charges. In an emailed statement, Bila's lawyer said the jurors and the public will be shocked at the lack of evidence the government has. Prosecutors have combined the 3 cases into one trial. Bila's lawyer is fighting to have them heard separately.
It's pretty incredible that someone could do something like this, and I don't think we're going to have any answers as to how or why this crime happened until, of course, February 2010, when he hits the courtroom.
Coming up, 2 young women, a sleepy college town, a nightmare you won't believe.
I'm sure he did a lot of things to those 2 young ladies that we still don't know about, that he's never told anybody about.